All right, let's talk weather now here. I know, Jeremy, you were tracking a lot of thunderstorms, not yet here in Spokane, but it seems like they're headed this way.
They're kind of knocking on the door. They're over in Kootenai County and then just progressing back out west. So they're kind of going backwards of normal. It's an interesting day.
Okay. Will they get here eventually?
I think so.
All right.
I think so. Let's talk about it because I do think it kind of happens that way. If you look off in the distance and check up at the mountains, you can see some of that activity. But for us right here in Spokane, scattered thunderstorms and locally heavy rain seem to be the name of the game. Later this week, summer heat and dry weather returns. Now, we have trimmed off a huge chunk of our flood watches for much of, say, northern Washington and northern portions of the Idaho Panhandle. Slow-moving thunderstorms still in place for parts of the inland Northwest, and there's just a ton of moisture. Remember last week I talked every day about how we just didn't have a moisture stream. Look at all of this west to east flow right now. That gives us that direct tap of moisture from the Pacific. That means we have moisture in the atmosphere that makes it humid. That humidity equates to moisture that can fall as rain, and that rain is coming down quite hard. But look at the overall rotation right here. You see it starts as the center right there and moves down here, and everything's rotating. That's our low pressure center. That low pressure center being to our south means that a lot of our storms are moving from east to west, kind of backwards the way they normally do. A bunch of activity in Kootenai County. St. Mary's kind of on the backside of it. A lot of these falling apart as they move out of the mountains. Do they make it to Spokane? I've got faith that we might squeeze a little bit of moisture out. Does look like one of those storms moves into I would say Post Falls here in the next little bit and then eventually works its way into Spokane. Does it stay together? Ugh, a lot of these just have all that oomph right away and then fall apart. So maybe it makes it all the way, but a lot of this looks like it's going to kind of be Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls area. Tomorrow, it's a mix of clouds and sun, and then as we get into Wednesday, it does look like we get a little bit of a chance of rain once again. It's a 20% chance, and to put 20% in kind of, I would say, understandable way, today we had a 40% chance of rain. That rain was kind of all around us here in Spokane, but not in Spokane. Still beneficial nonetheless, and as we move through the next couple of days, we're going to see a big change. For starters, we'll eventually start to see some cleaner air. It's been a little bit smoky the past couple of days. That's Canadian wildfire smoke. But as we get a more westerly or zonal flow, we're going to start to clear out. I think tomorrow we go from moderate to good and then just kind of stay there. Smoke widespread across much of the inland Northwest, but notice that west to east flow blows a lot of that smoke out. And eventually, as we move from Wednesday on, we wind up drying out. Now, when it keeps going, what we wind up getting is eventually more seasonal weather. West to east is very seasonal. It's very normal. So over the course of the next few days, we go from mid-80s tomorrow. I think there are storms around us, but I don't think we really get any here in Spokane or nearby. Isolated showers on Wednesday with another little disturbance sliding through. And then our temperatures start to climb. Near 80 on Thursday, mid-80s on Friday, back near 90 both Saturday and Sunday. And even as we start next week, it looks like the heat is on.
All right, and a good looking weekend too, Jeremy. Thank you very much.